We have Raj had an empty rectangular tank P and a cubical tank Q. Now cubical means it comes from a cube. Cube has all equal length. He poured an equal amount of water into the tanks. 1/4 of the tank P was filled with water. This means that out of 4 units, 1 unit of it was filled with water. And then 2/3 of Q was filled with water. So that means that out of 3, that 2 parts are filled with water. The difference in capacity between tank P and Q was 5625 cm3. What was the ratio of the capacity of tank P to tank Q? Now, if you have equal amount of water, the P, right, water comes from that 1. Comes from that 1 out of 4. So this 1 focus is actually talking about how much water inside. Then you have 2/3 of Q is filled with water, come from here. From this sentence, just now we established that this 2 actually represent the water also. So over here, this 2 represent the water. And what we know about the water in P and Q is that they are equal amount of water. So if it's equal amount of water, tell me what would you guys do? Multiply by 2 here and here. Why you multiply by 2? So that you make your water in P is 2 out of 8. Then it's equals to 2 out of 3Q. Okay, why you put they are equal? Why? Because your water is equal here from the question. And your water comes from the numerator. And then now, what is the ratio for the capacity for P to Q? You take the denominator of 8 and you take the denominator of 3. Because you want the capacity of tank now, not the water. So your answer, right, for part A is going to be 8:3. So next one, what was the length of 1/8 of tank Q? The difference in the capacity of P to Q is 5625. We all know that the difference between 8 and 3 is 5 units. So your 5 units, right, is equals to 5625 cm3. So to find 1 unit, right, is 5625 divided by 5, which you will get 1125. So once you get 1125, if you want to focus in Q, right, okay, your Q is, capacity is 3 units. So we're going to find 3 units by taking 3 multiplied by 1125, you will get 3375. Now once you get the volume of Q, right, is 3375 cm3. From the volume of a cube, how do you find the length of a cube? Cube root, yes, very good, not divided by 3, and then you get 15. Now, how do you key in the calculator for this cube root, right? Press shift square root here. That's how you press the cube root, yeah? So if you press 3375, you will get 15. Now, very important, right? Students always mistake the cube root as 3 square root. This one different, huh? This 3 square root, right, is basically 3 times square root that answers. It's different from cube root, yeah? If you go and clean, right, you realize, you see, different answer one. Actually, what's the meaning of cube root? It's basically, you get the number, right, it times itself by 3 times. Okay, 15 and 15 and 15, you get 3375. The length is actually 15 cm. 16. We have Mr. Lee bought a total of 38 small and big boxes of nuggets. Each small box of nuggets cost $6.30. Each big box of nuggets cost $9.75. He paid $287.85 after a discount of $4 for every $50 spent. What is the total cost of the box of nuggets before the discount? Discount of $4 for every $50 spent. So what does it mean? Every time you spend $50, you get a discount of $4. So your one set, you are paying $46. And the fact that, right, he paid $287.85. What do you think you can find next, everybody? Very good. Number of sets. Because one set is $46. How many sets will make up 287.85? So you're going to divide. You are not going to have a very nice number here. Every time your step here, number of sets, and you don't get a nice number there, right? Remainder. Don't give me fraction. Don't give me decimal. Don't round off. Give me remainder form. Yes. You're going to have 6 remainder. Your number of sets right here. If here is dollars, your remainder must also be in dollars. So you please write down the dollar, okay? Don't like, teacher, I don't want to write the dollar lah. If you don't write the dollar, right, later you don't know what you're finding there. $11.85. So if it's 6 sets. So So to find before the discount. Now currently we have 287.85. This is after the discount, okay? We need to find the discount. Now one set, your discount is $4. So 6 sets, what is your discount? 6 times $4, which is a $24 original price. This question very nice to you. Your remainder, you don't need to make use of it. Most of the question, you need to make use of the remainder. So you just take the discounted price of 287.85, you add back the discount of $24, that will give you 311.85. That is the total cost before the discount. Now for those who do not know how to find the remainder, okay, bear in mind 287.85 divided by 46. Okay, when you key in the calculator, it will look like this. You're gonna have like this, right? A lot of decimal. Okay, there are a few ways to find remainder, but I will show you one way. First way, I want you to ignore all the decimal there. Just treat it as 6 sets of 46. Remember, you started off with 287.85, right? Okay, you're gonna minus 6 sets of 46. And that will give you your remainder of 11.85. So that's how you do it. Okay, I'm going to teach you all the second way to find remainder. 287.85, you divide by 46, right? You get this, right? Now, this is 6 sets of 46, and also you get 237 out of 920 of your 46. So what you're going to do, right, is you just remove this 6, okay? Key in your calculator. 237 over 920 times the 46. 267 over 920 multiply with the 46. And that's how we get the remainder. So 11.85. How many small boxes of nuggets did Mr. Lee buy? You got total 38 small and big boxes of nuggets. But out of which you don't know how many small are there. We know that every small costs 30, every big costs 9.75. To find your number of small, you need to do assumption. You have the total quantity. Number 2, you have the total value. Yes, you must have 2 totals. No comparison, that's how you know it's assumption. What's your total quantity? You have 38 small and big boxes of nuggets, okay? So 38. And then what's your total value? Your total value, right? You know that you paid 311.85 before the discount. This is 311.85. Okay, if they ask for small, you are going to assume the opposite. So you're going to assume all are what, everybody? Big, very good. First step, but it's always a times 1. Out of these 38 boxes, if all are big, right? Your big costs $9.75 each. So you're going to times 9.75. 370.50. So first step, assume all are big. Number 2, always go and find difference. Very good. Okay, there are 2 types of difference you need to find. First one is your total difference. Your total difference always a minus 370.50. That's your total. Minus away your original total value, which is 311.85. 58.65. And then number 3, each difference. Very good. Now bear in mind this each difference, this step here okay, it's not always a minus. It can be a minus or it can be a plus. It depends on the question. So for this question, right, it is a minus. But there are some questions that you need to add to find the difference one. And those questions are usually the one that you got penalty. You got correct is 3 points. You get wrong is minus 2 points. You need to take 3 plus 2. Totally different 5. Now, your big, right, it costs 9.75. Your small is 6.30. So every time you exchange a big with a small, you are closing that difference by a 3.45. And your last step is always a divide here. Number 4 is you will take the total difference divided by your each difference. 58.65 divided by your 3.45, and you will get a 17. Now once you get this answer here, this will be exactly what you have assumed, the opposite. Meaning you say if you assume big, right, means here you are getting small already. So that means you actually got 17 small boxes of nuggets. Abel used sticks to make some stars. Brenda used sticks to make some triangles. Abel used 10 sticks to make each star. Brenda used 6 sticks to make each triangle. Abel made 7 fewer shapes than Brenda and used 10 more sticks than Brenda. When you see the keyword fewer, draw model already. A compared to B, the shapes, right, is 7 fewer. I don't know what is this part, right? Okay, just put 1 unit. So what am I getting here in my model is the shapes, yeah? How many shapes are there? Number of shapes, Remember, 1 star, you need 10 sticks. 1 triangle, okay, you need 6 sticks, right? So now what can you do? You can go and find the total number of sticks used. So actually this is something like item times value. Items, Abel and Brenda. I'll just write B for Brenda, okay? So how many shapes are there? Number of shapes. For A, right, you got 1 unit of shapes. For B, right, you got 1 unit plus 7 shapes. You're going to multiply. Because for A, right, every shape is 10 sticks. V for value, okay? How many sticks are there? So for A, it's always use 10 sticks. For B, it's always use 6 sticks. Now you can find the total value, which is your total. Okay, total sticks used. 1 unit times 10, okay, will give you 10 unit. 1 unit times 6 is 6 unit. This one also must times, okay, a lot of students always forget to times this part here. 7 times 6 is going to be 42. A used 10 more than Brenda. So basically, A used here, the 10 unit, right, is 10 more than this. If I were to draw a model to show you, right, let's say, right, your 10 unit is this whole thing. This 10 unit is 10 more than this. That means this is 10 less. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut out a 10. And now I'm going to put this 6 unit plus 42. So I can take 10 unit minus 6 unit, I get 4 unit. Is 42 plus 10. 52. 1 unit is 52. Divided by 4, you will get 13. How many stars did Abel make? Abel make 1 unit of stars. 1 unit is 13. You got answer for part A already. How many sticks did Brenda use to make all her triangles? And they are looking for sticks. So how many sticks for Brenda? Sticks is here. 6 unit plus 42. 6 unit plus 42. If your 1 unit is 13, 6 unit is 6 times 13, then you plus 42. Then key in the calculator, you get 120. Done. Okay, so question 12. Figure 1 shows 4 identical right-angled triangles. Figure 2 is formed from these triangles. The total perimeter of the 4 triangles in figure 1 is 160. What is the perimeter of figure 2? This 8 cm right here, I'm going to color this color. Then, right, okay, the hypotenuse I will color yellow. The long straight part I will color it blue. Okay, I'm going to do the same and I show you over here. Okay, the hypotenuse is the slant part, right? So these are the hypotenuse. Okay, in secondary school you will learn the longest part here is actually your hypotenuse. Alright, your 8 cm, it comes from the shorter part, which is here. Then your long part or blue color part actually is being overlapped. It's like you have here, you have here. So I want you to see, right, the 8 cm, the purple color part. Can you see it's inside here, 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 here? 8 times what? Times 8. Very good, times 8. Why is it times 8? It's not just 1, 2, 3, 4. Because if you split up that time, see, you split out that time, this purple color part, right, is 1 here, another 1 here, another 1 here, and then another 1 here, another 1 here at the bottom, okay, and then another 1 here, which is equal to here, and then another 1 here, which is equal to here. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Got 8 of them. So, right, you have 8 of the 8 cm. So that will then give you, okay, 64 cm that are hidden inside here. If your perimeter of these 4 triangles is 160, you combine it that time, right? This 8 cm, 8 cm, 8 cm, 8 cm, right? 8 of them are hidden inside this part. So what you're going to do is you take the total perimeter of 160 cm, you minus all the hidden one inside, which is your 64 cm. Then you get the remaining perimeter of the rest, okay, which is 96 cm. The area of figure 2 is 240. Now figure 2 is made up of 4 triangles. So to find area of one shaded triangle, you take 240 divided by 4 first. You get a 60. Now you do know that the base is a 8. What we are lacking is, okay, the 90 degrees here. What we are lacking here is the height, right? To find your leg AB, you need to find the height minus away this purple color part, which is your 8. So you need to find your height first. Half times my base is 8 my height, okay, this one, I'm just going to put as h. Half times base times height give me the area of triangle, which is 60. So half times 8, right, is a 4. 4 times h is 60. So to find the height, right, is 60 divided by 4. Okay, opposite of times is a divide. So 60 divided by 4, you get a 15. So once you know, okay, my height here is a 15, right? And then the purple color part, just now we talked about it, right, is a 8. 15 minus 8, and then we get a 7. Okay, so answer is a 7 cm. Done.